I don't hear you.
Carol, we don't hear you. Go back to your settings. Uh-oh. All right. Terry, want to open us up? I'll go in and see if I can see her settings. Terry's frozen. Chris, please mute yourself.
Are you? All right, are we live? Do you want me to roll with this because Carol's gone muted? Okay, so welcome, folks. If you are on here live or you're listening to the replay, it's Terry Nicholson here in Australia, and this is our weekly Thrive Hangout where we bring a half hour of value to you out there in the internet world, whether it's relating to mindset, strategy, just expanding what's possible for you. And today's topic's really powerful. We're really excited to have a special guest. So I'll introduce her in a moment. But before we do, we'll just quickly run through the panel and just say hello, say where we're from, so you know that we're a global kind of community, supporting each other to do amazing things online, transforming lives. So Ellie and Carol are out trying to work out technical trickiness. Jump over to you, Catherine.
Hello, everybody. This is Catherine from California, and I love our team, and it's great. You're in your business by yourself, but you're not by yourself. You're able to get other people to help you and lift you up. This team is very upliftable, if there is such a word. And so I'm a mother of 2 boys, and I love staying home and being on this team. I was lurking for about a year before I got on this team, and now I've been on it about a year, and I love it. And I can't wait to hear what Irene has to say on her topic.
Great. Can you hear me now, Terry? Thank you, Catherine. You can hear
sure.
me. Okay, great.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. And Terry, do you want to introduce yourself? And will everybody else please mute themselves? Chris, please mute yourself.
I would. We'll mute you for you, and then we'll unmute in a moment. So yeah, hi, it's Terry again. I'm a mum of three boys here on the east coast of Australia, right next to the rainforest. It's Friday morning for me. It's Thursday afternoon for most of you. But yeah, just really passionate about environmental issues. I'm a singer-songwriter, a healer, and just love the freedom that is created with this online space. I'm in a different age bracket than some of you here today, talking about something really relevant for boomers, but for any age really, because I want to be at home with my kids, being able to provide a really beautiful life for them, make a difference in the world. So that's a bit about me. Stoked to be here with all you awesome women, and hope you enjoy this out there watching.
Thank you, Terry. Deborah, can you come out and introduce yourself?
Yes. Okay. Hi. My name is Deborah. I'm in Albany, New York, upstate New York. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm the proud mother of a 31-year-old young man. I can't believe it myself. I am in whatever act of my life this is. I don't even know how many acts it is now. Very glad to be here. Sorry I couldn't be here last week. I was en route home from New York City and didn't quite get home quick enough. But I am passionate about entrepreneurship and about people living their life to the fullest, particularly women, people of color, people living with chronic illness or disability, people who have responsibility for other people in their lives, and people who have a mission that's about our worldwide community, which I personally think is everybody, even though many people don't know it. I am a fundraiser, a business strategist, and an author, and just really a passionate woman trying to help people transform their lives to live their best life.
Great. Great to have you with us, Deborah. Thank you. Chris, you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Are you frozen? I think you're frozen right now, so we'll go. Ellie, how about you?
Let's see, can I talk? technical. I love it. All right, this is live, folks. You know we're live. Okay, we got all kinds of crazy technical stuff. Let me mute that one out. And our microphone's going and echo's going, and you know what? And we still get through it. So I'm loving it. I love to be part of the team. I'm on the other end of the house from Carol in upstate New York. So always great to be here. Great to see everybody here.
Okay, thanks, Ellie. Sydney, are you able to jump on and introduce yourself?
She's muted.
She's muted. Okay.
Okay, I'm here.
All right.
Hi. Hi, I'm Sydney Allen. I'm also in upstate New York, and I am thrilled to be here. This group has been incredibly supportive through all manner of transitions, and I am very much into finding my groove in this entrepreneurship adventure.
Great.
So, glad to be here.
Good.
Hi, everybody.
Glad to have you. Chris, were you able to unmute yourself so you can introduce yourself or no?
I think so.
There you go. Go ahead.
Okay, finally. I'm Chris Townsend from Ithaca, New York, upstate New York at the bottom of the Finger Lakes. It's an absolutely gorgeous day today. I went to the park. There's hardly any water coming over the falls. Tried doing a scope from there and discovered, gee, there's no internet connection in a forest. So I have to go someplace else. But I'm really enjoying the team and the support and just love being with you all. Glad to be here.
Well, thank you, Chris. Good to have you. Claudia, welcome. Welcome. Are you able to unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Yes, yes.
Hi. First time on the team here. Hi.
Yes, I could do it today. Hi.
Hi, you're out in California, is that right?
No, I am now in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, in Missouri. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Nice to have you with us.
Learning, yeah, I want to learn. That's why Terry told me about the group. I want to join and learn more about this network, how it works.
Great. Good to have you with us. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And now we get to our very special guest, who is Irene Franzese, right? Am I pronouncing it right? Okay. Now, Irene is an old New Yorker there, one of us. But she moved
Not old, just a New Yorker.
I don't mean she's old. I just meant from old New York. I get the old in the wrong spot. She's from old New York, and she has since moved down to Florida. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Irene, and how you happened to come into to this business?
Yes. Well, first of all, am I okay?
Yep.
I want to thank Ellie and Carol for inviting me here and having me as a special guest. And I especially love listening to Ellie because she sounds just like me. And yes, I am from old New York. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. And I moved out to the island, Long Island, when I was in my late teens. And I went to school out there, but I also went to hairdressing school. And P.S., I've been a hairstylist for like 40 years. And I love it. I mean, hairdressing has been very, very good to me. The bad part of it is it's not like working for a corporation, but I'll explain that later. It's not so great working for corporations either. But I didn't have any 401k or pension, no kind of plans like that. So as a hairstylist, you have to take it upon yourself to put money aside to save for your retirement. And especially at the very beginning when I first started, I'm going back to the 1970s, a lot of the hairstylists worked half on the books and half off the books because back then people didn't want to pay a lot of payroll tax. So if I worked 5 days, they would pay me 3 days off the books. I'd get cash under the table, and 2 days would be on the books. So I have to tell you right there, for about 15, 20 years, I lost a lot of money going into my Social Security. You know what I'm saying? Because they took out very little. But anyway, hairstyling has been very good to me. But I knew that I didn't save enough for my retirement, and I knew I had to make a change. I had to do something different. And I couldn't rely on the government, and I don't want to rely on the government. And the other thing is my husband, he worked for a company. He did work for a corporation. He worked for Pan Am. I'm sure all of you heard of Pan Am, a company that was in business for 60 years. He worked for them for 30 years. And after 30 years, they went broke, and they went bankrupt. So he lost most of his pension, because what happens when a corporation claims bankruptcy, the government steps in. And you know what happens when the government steps in and takes over. I mean, you get nothing. All the guys at the top got all the creditors got paid first, and the guys at the bottom who actually run the company, they get ugats in Italian. So the government stepped in and only gave him 39% of his retirement, his pension. So we were struggling. So like I said, I knew I had to make a change. And I was, this is about 2 years ago when I actually saw this business that we're all in. And I knew I had to make a change. So, and I also knew that I had very little technical skills and very little knowledge about being on the internet, because I knew like Facebook, I knew like doing little emailing and stuff like that, but not the real guts of it. But with this business, it has really taught me so much. Yes, it's a learning experience. A lot of the younger people, they kind of grasp it a little bit faster, but you know what? Us older people, we have a work ethic that for some reason we won't give up. We keep trying and trying until it works. Yes, we get a little frustrated, but you know what? We always come back to it and we figure it out and we make it work. And I am so thankful that I found this opportunity. And the other thing is, I think really for me, in this type of business, I needed an accountability partner. Because a lot of people, again, like me, I came into this online world and I kind of learned the fundamentals, but it was still very hard for me to do the things every day that I needed to do to be successful, because I wasn't used to doing it. I mean, I'm a hairstylist. I did hair all day. I would cut and styled hair. I knew nothing about sitting in front of the computer and what I had to do to make this thing work. So for me, I got an accountability partner, and it's the best thing I ever did. Because they hold me accountable every day. I have to put a report in every night of what I did that day, and it just holds me accountable. So even as a group here, if you actually link up personally to the one person and hold each other accountable for whether it's to write a blog or to do videos or whatever it is you need to do on a daily basis, if you hold somebody accountability and they hold you accountable, I think you'll go a lot further and you'll enjoy it more. And basically that's it. And the other thing is, like I know I was talking a lot about boomers because I am a boomer. I'm 68. I just turned 68 in July. But you know what? This business I love is because it's for everybody. I don't care what age you are. You can be 20, 40, 60, 70, whatever age. It's just what you want to put into it. That's what you're going to get out of it. And this panel here, these girls, Ellie and Carol, they're great leaders. They really are. They know what they're doing. You need to follow them. Just grab onto their coattails because their train is leaving the station. And if you're not on board, you're going to be left at the station. And they're going to be going, bye. So just grasp onto their coattails and hang on for dear life because they're going somewhere. And that's about it. If anybody has some questions, that's about it. That's my story.
All right. Yes, I do have some questions for you, Irene.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know that part of your work, you had been interviewing boomers to see what their situation is and what their options are. And I'm wondering, as a result, I don't know exactly how many interviews you've done, but I know there were several. And as a result of that work, I was wondering, have you come up with any insights, any particular information that you'd want to be able to share with us?
Well, I've done about 8 of them now, and they're from all walks of life. And I will tell you that most boomers, what I got out of that, most boomers are really in the same boat. Don't get me wrong. There are boomers, I mean, people that are retired or getting ready to retire that, thank God, they have a great pension plan. They weren't hit by the 2008 crash. For some reason, their house didn't tank or whatever. Their house was, they're in a good position. So those aren't the people I'm targeting on. I'm targeting in the person or boomers like myself who got hit very hard. I also had a claim bankruptcy in 2005. I lost my house, and trust me, it killed me. I mean, I sat in the lawyer's office and cried, and the lawyer kept saying, "Don't worry, Irene, this is okay, don't feel like you failed in any way," because it wasn't our fault. I was underwater. I was paying more for my house than what it was worth. But still, I never wanted to rely and never did rely on anybody giving me anything throughout my life. I always came, whether I was down, I always picked myself up and I kept going. I don't want to rely on any kind of handouts. And that's why there are a lot of boomers out there in the same position. I mean, they struggle. They work for companies for 40 years, 50 years, and they have nothing. Because the other thing is, we're living longer and healthier lives. Years ago, when you retired, say 30 years ago, you maybe lived another 10, 15 years. That's not true today. Today, you're living another 30 years. And that's why Social Security actually is going to start raising that their age. You're going to have to be closer to 70 before you can get your retirement. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that are hurting, and that's my passion, is to help other boomers like myself and to let them know that there is a way that they can add to their retirement funds, and it's a fun way. And you don't have to be a technical genius, and you don't have to have experience about the internet. You learn as you go along. And we're here as a community to help. You have questions, you ask. And, that's why the Facebook group is great. I mean, I go in there and any kind of a question I ask, it's always, I usually get an answer like within 10 minutes. I mean, it's wonderful technology, really. Sometimes it's not so great when it doesn't work, but most of the time, But that's my passion, is to help boomers, because I've interviewed a lot of them, and there are quite a few of them that are struggling, and they don't know where to go. They don't want to go back to school and go to college. It's so much easier to just work from home, put it in as many hours as you want. So that's what I found, that there are a lot of boomers out there that need help, and that's what I want to do. My passion is to help in any way I can.
Yes. We kind of share the same goals, I think, as far as our business is concerned here. And actually, the way I first became aware of you was by the blogs that you write and the syndication groups that we belong to. And I was very taken with your blogs and the information that you put out. And what's the word I want? The attraction factor, if you will, for lack of a better term, that you had for people who are in these situations and who need the help. So that made me follow you somewhat and reach out to you along the way. And we finally met in person at the last event. What was that, a month and a half ago? So yeah, that was quite interesting.
It was great.
I've been doing some research, reading some articles and what have you on the same topic. And, as you say, Irene, some people are very well set. And, these are the ones that you see the advertisements in the magazines and on the internet for these lovely condominiums on the water. And, God bless them, they play golf every day and what have you. That's great. But there are an awful lot of people who are working well into their 70s, not necessarily because they want to. Some, yes. Some prefer to work because they want to stay involved and have a social life. But some, no. Some, they have to work. And, I was just wondering what else, what other things that statistics or what other information, it doesn't have to be statistics that you might have.
That's the other thing. a lot of us boomers, you know, we don't want to retire and just be like playing golf every day. I mean, after a while, it gets old. You know, like myself. I mean, yeah, I would like to retire and travel and stuff like that, but at the same token, I still want to feel like I'm giving something to society. I want to feel like I'm needed. And I think most people want to feel that way. I don't care how old you are. So what I love about this business is that I can be retired, but not retired, if you catch what I'm saying. In other words, I don't have to go out and work 8 hours a day, so therefore I can't travel or I can't play golf. With this business, I can work a few hours a day, and I could still go out and play golf, and I could still go travel. And actually, one of the places I want to go to is, I want to go to Ecuador. I've been to Ecuador twice. In fact, I've wrote a couple of blog posts on it and did a few videos. I've been to Ecuador twice. And as a boomer, let me tell you something. You can live very well down there. I mean, there's a small town called Quito, and you got to fly into the capital. It's called Quito, and it's about an hour's drive from there. It's up in the mountains, and it's like, you can check it out. Just go online, you know, Google it, you know, Quito, Ecuador. And it's like an old European town. Got narrow streets and cobblestone roads, but I mean, listen to this. You can have a 3-bedroom apartment. You can rent a 3-bedroom apartment for $375. Your electric bills are like $30 a month. I mean, you go to, a boomer goes down. There's a lot of expats there. In the small town, there's about 500. My husband and I are actually planning on it. We've been there twice, but not to that town. But we plan on in the spring. I want to go there again. But it's $2,000 a month. You can live down there very nicely, and I'm saying nicely because I mean dinner. You can go out to dinner. A full course meal will cost you about $6, and it's good. I mean, it's delicious. There's no preservatives. Everything's fresh. There's fresh fish, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. Everything is fresh. There's no packaged foods, and I've been there. The people are beautiful, and they love the Americans, and it's all American money. So if you buy something for $1 or $5, that's what it costs, $5. So I mean, you know, this, and the other thing is I can take my laptop with me. All I need is the internet connection, you know, and my laptop, and I'm good. I'm still in business. So that's what I love about this business. Like I said, you can take it anywhere you want to go, and you can do anything you want with it.
Right, right. Claudia, who's on the panel here, is from Bolivia, and Terry, who's from Australia, met her in Bolivia. Terry spent some time in Bolivia and speaks Spanish fluently.
Oh, that's I got to learn some Spanish. I only know, I don't even forgot what I used to know. Dame no beso, or something about a little kiss. I know, baño. I know baño, to go to the bathroom.
Right. That's the important one.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that blog that you wrote about that town, but I don't remember how to spell it. How do you spell that?
It's Cuenca. Cuenca.
Cuenca. Okay.
Cuenca. Cuenca.
All right. Is there anyone who would like to throw anything in here? Any comments or any questions for Irene? Go right ahead.
Hi, this is Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
And hi, I'm also a baby boomer. I'm 53, or just about 53. And my topic that I do the blogs is getting people ready before retirement, that they need to start getting money to retire, to have a nice retirement, so they won't have to work. So it's from 53 to 65 is my target market.
Mm-hmm.
And so because it's very important that they get ready that they save money, so they won't have to work if they don't want to. They can play golf or whatever they want, or travel. Because that's what I don't want to sit around and do nothing. I want to work. I want to work on my business, and help other people that are also both men and women. I changed it from women only to both.
Absolutely.
That's my target market now. So yeah, it's a very important topic. So.
Absolutely.
And thanks for your topic also. So it's very important.
Well,
that's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, Catherine. You'll do well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's good. So you're on the other end, Catherine. You're getting people ready so that hopefully they don't end up in the situation of the people that.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and they learn to what they have to do. I mean, to get ready for, because both men are usually still working.
Right.
So if they can save money and know what they have to do, then maybe they'll have enough for when they retire.
Right.
I mean, that they don't have to work if they don't want to.
Of course,
So,
there are certain circumstances that were beyond people's control, like the great, I don't know, they call it the Great Recession. To me, it was
right.
it was a little more than a recession, but that really knocked the wind out of a lot of people's sails, financially speaking.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that's true.
There was another statistic I saw today that said that there's 8,000 boomers retiring every day.
Yeah.
8,000. And trust me, not all of them are well off.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. I had seen it 10,000, but somewhere in there at any rate, 8 to 10,000 a day. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Anybody else have anything to say or add or ask?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Irene, do you work with any people younger than boomers? The reason I'm asking is because a lot of my friends locally are in their 30s, and I seem to be able to relate well to them, so I'm trying to figure out if I could transpose that to online work as well.
Well, sure, absolutely. I mean, what is your niche? Is that the niche that you want to target in on? People that are 30, moms, like stay-at-home moms?
Well, maybe stay-at-home moms. I certainly know something about that. Homeschoolers, and anybody up to the boomer age, and people especially that are interested in healthy food, and staying healthy and getting healthy and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, these people that you say are your neighbors that are in their 30s, I mean, are they out there in the corporate world? They working in the corporate world?
Yeah, most of them that I know are the 30-ish ones, yeah.
Well, you got to get to know them and see if they're like, in other words, you have to see how they feel their outlook of their life is going to be. In other words, what do they think? Like, if they're 30, what do they think? Where do they think they're going to be in another 20 years from now? They'll be 50. Do they see themselves doing the job that they're doing for the next 20 years? Are they going to be happy doing that? Just ask questions. Don't try to push the business around it, but just get to know them and just try to ask them questions to find out what their goals are, their dreams. Do they picture themselves doing something else in 20 years, or do they have children? Would they want to stay home? If they're in the corporate world, or if they do stay at home and say they're at stay-at-home moms, are they, in other words, are they looking for something to do? Maybe, they're looking to create some kind of a second income, an income from home, because they could stay home and be with their kids. I know there's a lot of stay-at-home moms in this business because that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Oh. That's what some of the other folks on the panel, the younger amongst us, are aiming toward.
And that,
I just noticed,
that's the one thing I envy about these young girls. Trust me, I lived a very nice life, and I'm very happy where I am. The only thing I feel bad about is that you younger people have such an opportunity on your hands. You have no idea. I mean, there's people in this company that are 20 and 30 years old will never have to work for anybody else ever in their life. I had to work for somebody for 40 years. Look at me. Don't do what I do. Do what I'm saying, so to speak. That's the only thing I feel. I don't want to say feel bad, but or envious. That the younger people, they have their whole life ahead of them, and they have the opportunity to work for themselves and not to ever work for anybody else's dream but your own. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yes, true. Great observation.
Yeah.
I just noticed in the comments that Raymond said that he has an accountability partner, and let's see, I love having an accountability partner, he says. Terry, you had something to say?
Yeah, just echo everything from the perspective of a mum with young kids, and that ability, that freedom to stay home with them. It's so powerful. It's what I want. I want to be there for them and cherish those moments. But yeah, what I was going to say about this topic, like with the people in the boomer age bracket that you're talking about, is what I love about this kind of online space is that yes, there's a learning curve. There's things to learn in terms of some technical stuff, just some things to learn, absolutely, but it's not like a whole other career choice that you're learning this like career as such. It's literally just dropping into who you already are, your life experiences, sharing your stories, sharing your passions, and like touching people's lives with who you already are. And I just love that it's sort of like, yeah, it's just a vehicle for you to still both make a difference in the world as well as make an income. And it's just about being yourself. I just think that's the message that I wanted to share right now, because yeah, it's not like you have to reinvent yourself as this other thing. It's just yeah, literally just being yourself, but having a vehicle to touch people's lives in whatever your passions or interests or whatever those things are, and have a way for it to actually really support you and allow you to be in this world without that mega stress of how am I actually going to survive in my later years when I've given so much all through my life, and now I can just imagine that feeling of people just so stressed, just trying to scrape by, and they've already worked their whole bloody life, and so yeah, it's a really amazing, it's a powerful solution for a lot of people. So yeah,
you're in a good place.
Throw that in. It's
a good place.
It's a powerful.
Good point. Good point. Hi, was there anything? Oh, hi, Beck. I just see something.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Was there anything else that you wanted to add, Irene, before we close up here?
No. I just think it's a great opportunity, and I feel very fortunate that I met Carol and Ellie at the last event. And if none of you have been to an event, you need to be there. It's just a wonderful thing. I mean, you get to meet so many powerful people, and that's where you learn, and that's where you grow. Trust me, that's where you grow. You have to be there. So the next event is in Orlando. If nothing else, you've got to be in Orlando. Be there. I want to meet you.
Well said. All right. Thank you so much, Irene, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on your panel, and I'll see you girls later.
Good. Good. It was a pleasure having you.
Okay.
Thank you. It was good to talk to you.
Same here. Bye-bye.
In closing up here, I just want to everyone who's on the broadcast to know that we're closing up shop right now because we're going to go behind closed doors and have our own little mastermind group. And if there's anyone who would be interested in getting in touch with us and see what this is all about, by all means, click on the button below or get in touch with the person who invited you here, whichever way. And that being said, we're going to close out. So bye for now. Till next week.
Everybody stay where you are. I just want the new people to know, stay where you are. We're just going to stop recording and we're staying here. Sorry, folks, we got to leave you that are watching. But our friends here, we're staying.
Bye-bye.